Oh my gosh.
Okay, a round of applause. Welcome to Nunhead American Radio with me, Lewis Schaffer, and my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful co-host, who looks amazing. She looks very, very young. Too young to get a booster, according to some guy who was hitting on her.
He wasn't hitting on me.
He was. He said
he was making conversation.
He said he had a making conversation, which is what men call hitting.
So every time a man talks to me, he's hitting on me?
I would say it's true.
Every man.
Including me. I'm hitting on you right now.
What about if I go into like the butcher and I'm like, give me a half a pound of meat?
Yes, men, that's what men are doing.
Even women of my age.
You got to keep it open.
Got to keep your options open.
And you're not that old. I mean, you're really old, but you're not that old. You got a little bit of life left in you, Lisa. I've said this.
So I'm not icky old yet.
You are icky old for most men.
Yeah, for most men, for sure.
For most men. How does that feel?
Even men my age.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And they can't fight that. But
they don't tell me that, so I don't have to be.
No, you don't know it. And you don't want them. A lot of them you don't want, so you don't care about it.
Yeah, no, I've never been rejected by someone who I liked. You said, sorry, you're too old for me.
Exactly. You've never been rejected. Let's leave it at that. Women are rarely rejected.
No, we are.
Because you don't go out on a limb to get in that position, basically.
Which limb is that?
The limb of being rejected.
Oh, so we don't put it out there?
No, you don't put it obviously out there.
We don't risk it.
You don't risk it, no. And you shouldn't.
We wait till we're sure we have a shoe in.
Even then, you just wait for them to jump on top of you and you say, yes, I guess that's how.
I think what's funny is men feel like men my age-ish or around my age feel compelled to say things like, yeah, I'm not really interested in going out with women who are 10 to 15 years younger than me. Yeah. To which I've decided to always reply, I'm not really interested in going out with men who are 10 to 15 years younger than me either.
Oh, that's, let me think about that.
Because I don't want to. But I never, like if I meet a guy and I like him and he's my age, I don't go, it's great because I'm not really interested in younger men.
Because men know that.
Okay.
Men know that.
I feel compelled to tell you that.
Well, let me think about it. I haven't
go out with a younger woman. I guess like if someone says they want children, obviously they're going to go out with someone younger because they haven't, nailed that yet.
First of all, what they're doing that to make you feel better. Mm-hmm. Number one, because they know how bad women feel about that question. Bad? You do.
I don't feel bad.
I know when I've gone out with younger women, a lot of people have felt like, oh, that's yucky. Like. With a guy, like for you, when a man is younger than you, that's yucky young, right?
To me.
To you.
Or to the world around me.
To you.
And to the world around me.
Right, whatever it is, we're just doing you. Mm-hmm. With me, I'm yucky poor.
Yeah. She was like, why would she do that? He's not even rich.
He doesn't have any money.
Yeah. He's what's his name?
But what are men like?
He's no Rupert Murdoch. Why is this
thing getting blurry on the inside?
I don't think so.
Yeah, let's finish this thought though, because it is the most important thing, basically.
Age?
Well, who people go out with, and I think because men
are weird.
No, men just like what they like when they're young, and they like what they like when they're old. Well, women tend to like older men.
We age with our men.
You hope to age with your men if you don't throw them out. You throw them out in the street, and then you're looking for somebody new. And meanwhile, that they're aging with somebody else. That's what happens.
It's a complex landscape dating at
this age. It is. I decided I'm not MGTOW anymore.
You're not?
No.
Well, that's nice. What brought this progression on? Is it because you're engaged?
No, I'm not engaged.
I thought you were engaged. You were announcing the other night at the comedy show you were engaged to be married.
Did I say that?
Yes.
Well, hopefully she doesn't listen to this, because that's proper and yucky.
I hope she may listen to this.
I've said if this girl wants to marry me,
you're in.
I'm in.
Is this what took you off the MGTOW path?
Yeah, because I realized, first of all, you can't be getting married at MGTOW. You're basically, MGTOW is men.
Men going their own way.
Men going their own way.
Would they defriend you? Would they kick you out of their chat rooms?
Yeah, well, they would start insulting me because they would call me
sellout.
They would call me a blue pill.
Oh.
They would call me a purple pill, sorry.
What's a purple pill?
Purple pill is guys who understand how horrible women are, but are still going out with them, marrying them, asking them
Isn't that what you're doing?
Yes, which is like it's.
So wait, you're pulling back from the movement? Are you saying, God, you guys are wrong, I'm not a MGTOW, I don't want to be a MGTOW, I'm removing myself from those, the guys who look at YouTube in their underwear crowd?
No, because they're fine. I understand that. I just figured the whole thing out.
It's just like when you got divorced and you created your guide to staying together.
Yeah, and that worked, and I believe in that. And
this is together though.
Well, no, she doesn't hate me as much as she could have hated me. I tried to get her not to hate me.
That didn't work.
Why is that so funny? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you.
It did work. She doesn't hate me that much. I hope. Not would. Not what other women do hate me, but she
other women just love. So you're jumping the MGTOW crowd.
No, what I've done is I've just figured out what the situation is.
So what pill are you?
I'm still red pill, which is I understand how bad women can be, and
but you've decided not all women are that bad.
No. All women are potentially that bad.
They just need good management practice.
No. There's nothing. No. Yeah. I mean, I sounds like I'm just being oppositional. What I believe is that women can be potentially bad, and
so
all
you mean
women,
like humans?
Exactly.
So they're very much people.
They're very people-like. People die.
I think it's amazing you're making these discoveries at this stage in your life, on the verge of matrimony.
It's not just that, but it's also the fact that society does not protect men from bad situations. So with the red pill, the black pill people say.
What are they? They sound bad.
Yeah. No, they're just black. They're like against it all.
When you say they're black, they're not black. They're not African American.
A lot of them are. It's really surprising, because men are men of all color. There's no oh, this is just for white guys. This is for all guys. But it says that women can be bad.
This is black pill.
Yeah. All women can be bad. But the state doesn't protect us when women are bad. So you have to stay away from it. Stay away from women.
So they're off women. They're not gay?
No, they're not gay. They're not gay.
They're just celibate. They're celibate. These are the incels? Or no, these are the voluntary celibate.
These are the voluntary. These are ones who say...
Is there a word for them?
Like me, who would say, you know what, my wife destroyed me. Okay?
That's one woman.
One woman destroyed me. One woman destroyed me. And that other woman gave me a hard time. And then another woman. There's been a few situations. And I just say I would say to myself, you know what? It's not worth it to go down that route. Okay?
The going out with women.
Going out with women, getting married to women, having a relationship with women, letting them move into your house, whatever. Having kids, you're gonna lose your kids. You're gonna be paying all the money.
How much money have you paid over the years?
I paid a lot of money because I basically went bankrupt. Basically. I mean,
let's not go down that too far down that. So you are not a black pill guy now. You used to be, you toyed with the black pill, and then you went to the red pill, which
first you go to red pill.
Which is awareness.
Awareness. Red pill is the awareness. Black pill is how you deal with it. Black pill is like, women are trouble, or because the situation today where women the state doesn't protect men.
It's funny that the state doesn't protect men.
I know you think it's
because women die in droves at the hands of their partners.
That's very, but whatever you want to believe that.
It's not a belief; it's backed up by data.
It isn't backed up by data.
Yeah,
the number, I think it's one guy, one woman a week, whatever. Meanwhile, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of men die.
I think we need to look at the data here.
Oh, now we got to look at the data.
But Lisa,
I
don't want to ruin the red pill, blue pill.
Men aren't killing women.
And it's weird that society, which is dominated.
Is this 6:30 in the afternoon? Should we be discussing
positions of political power dominated by men, yet they don't protect them. That's curious.
Yeah, it is because it's not a.
So men are turning on their own then.
No, it's not because men. It's not about men. It's about a small percentage of men, and that's not even about a small percentage of men. It's about the 1% out there. It's
interesting.
It's about 1% of men and women. The leading cause of
death among women is their partners.
You want to know something? We're going to look that up. It's not true. It might be because women don't die because they wait for the man to die, and then they take all of his money. So that's why I'm not. The reason I decided to go the way that I'm going is I realized this is the difference between this is the way the world is that the world changes, and you can't fight the world. It's just that now.
So you're going with equality because you just give up.
I realize that my negotiating position as a man is not quite as good as it was.
Mm-hmm. So that's a power thing.
No, it's about like
people who have more power have a stronger negotiating.
No, it's a cost thing. Like back in the day when your mom and your dad got married, right? And my mom and there was one guy for every girl. They looked at each other, you and you and you, and they all got married.
They paired for a long time.
Right, and they paired for a long time. Now it's a lot harder for men and women to just decide to pair. And in order to get a girl to pair with you, you've got to be a much higher quality guy than before. Okay, because the women this has been proven, the women are on the internet, they're on the YouTube, they're on the Tinder.
They put them on the internet.
Yeah. Like you went on the Tinder and the
I've never been on Tinder.
And the Bumble, whatever, you've been there, that's it. You know, I'm not saying I've done this.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, for example, I went online. Okay, I went on Bumble. Was anybody interested in
you? Went on a couple dates. In fact, I caught you once mid-date. Peck 'em ride, classy guy.
I went on
Take her for a walk in the park.
Yeah, and then what happened? Tell the people what happened. I murdered her because men are so dangerous.
Because she never wanted to see you again.
That's not true.
I thought you told me she didn't want to see you again. I thought you said you talked her to going back to her husband.
Yeah, that's what I said. How does that her not wanting to see me?
Did you even buy her a cup of coffee?
I bought her a cup of coffee.
Must have been serious.
It wasn't serious. I bought her a cup of coffee. I said, I'm not going to go out with a woman who's breaking up with her husband and has two relatively young kids around. That's horrible.
Anyway, so now you're engaged and you're on the purple pill.
I'm
pre-engaged.
Purple pill. I'm not engaged. People are going to hear this.
But you announced.
I've said lots of things. I've said lots of things that are not true.
Oh, so don't believe anything that you say.
I don't think you should, really.
Okay. I don't.
I would believe everything that I say has a modicum of truth, but that doesn't mean I can't change my mind in a very short time, in a distant future. Okay. What I've decided with this girl is that she will destroy my life. But luckily, I've got very little life left.
So you're taking a fairly calculated risk.
I'm taking a calculated risk. I'm taking a risk that she's going to destroy. I'm not saying she will. She may not. But let's say she does destroy my life. What's the risk?
How much does it matter?
How much could she destroy my life? You know, so she kicks me out of my home. I'll be dead in a minute.
Yeah.
And
you've got some friends.
And I've got some, thank you. Do you hear that? That's an offer.
That wasn't an offer. I said, you've got friends. But it's not like that crowd of men that you hang out with.
That I could co-visit?
You're like, that sect that you hang out with across, well, not just male-female issues, across all issues. You've got your little
group of people.
Your groups. Yeah, your interesting groups. So you're safe.
What does that mean?
You got a safety
net. Does that mean? I mean, go and live with them and they pay for me.
You can go live with them. I think they would take you in.
The thing that I'm afraid of is losing my stuff. Because I'm like a hoarder, a little bit of a hoarder.
Which stuff?
But my papers that I collected from university from when I was at
why would you lose those if she kicks you out of your house in the future?
Because she'll say...
Why is she going to want your papers?
She's not going to want them. She'll say, I'm not interested.
Why don't you just pick them up and take them with you when she kicks you out?
It's like when I went to uni. My mother gave my cat away to be killed.
Oh, that happened to me when I was young, when it went to the farm.
Yeah.
Cuckoo and Basalt went to the farm when we moved out of Queens.
Right. Did they kill him or no?
I cornered my father once in the downstairs of the house, and I was like,
to me.
Where are Cuckoo? I want the truth. Where are Cuckoo and Basalt? And he's like, okay, we put them down. He cracked.
Oh my God, poor Lisa. Yeah. That is so sad.
How sad was that?
That is really sad.
Stand up to interrogation.
And he just admitted it. You didn't hate him forever.
Well, I mentioned it frequently for the rest of
your life. His life.
Yeah. Cuckoo and Basalt, I never forgot you.
Oh my God, I just thought my parents were bad. I thought that was...
No, I think lots of... in fact, we had a dog, not this beautiful guy. You remember when we had Calamity?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to... it's going in and out of focus. Is it going in and out of focus?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's just...
But here's the funny thing. So I said she did go back to the breeder.
Right, the breeder.
So when I say that to the kids, they were like, "Come on, nobody believes that." And I'm like, "No, for real, she really did. She's still alive."
She did go back to the breeder.
She really did go back to breeder because that was part of the deal.
Oh, I see. Have you been checked on it? No, so
no.
you don't know.
No.
You don't know.
But I wasn't.
How could they sell an old cat?
No, this was the dog. The cats definitely got cuckoo and passant.
Right, growing up in upstate New York.
They did not survive the journey from Queens to Westchester.
Do you consider yourself upstate New York, or what would you consider that? Westchester?
Westchester?
Would that be Mid-Hudson?
No, because my mom's family lives up like around Woodstock, that area. To me, that's upstate New York, like where my grandparents lived. Just
you don't think Peekskill? It's Peekskill, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that's not upstate, really?
No, it's northern Westchester.
Well, what about like where I went to school at Bard College?
That's upstate New York, isn't it?
That's Mid-Hudson Valley.
Mid-Hudson Valley, yeah.
It's
up past Cold Spring, right?
Yeah, but Cold Spring I consider Cold Spring to be Hudson Valley.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I think my brother took one of his dates there.
So what can we learn about how horrible parents are, Lisa Moyle?
When it comes to the pets, they can be very ruthless when it comes to pets.
Yeah.
I've let my cat live for 16 years, and there are days when I wake up and I think,
oh my God, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But Laura synthesis, if you're living, if you're watching, I would never do anything to Olive. Letting nature take its course.
Well, I kind of did that when I moved to this country. I gave away my 3 cats.
You had 3 cats? You were a cat guy? You lived in an apartment in New York City with 3 cats?
That was horrible.
Oh my God.
Tiny, relatively tiny.
And with stinky kitty litter?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had a cat in New York too.
It was horrible.
I had a Suka.
Yeah, they gave the cat away to this girl. And who knows what happened to them.
Do you know what's so really awful? I can't remember what happened to my cat. Isn't that terrible?
It is terrible.
I think she may, because she used to go in and out of the window. I lived on the 3rd floor. Down the fire escape. And I think maybe she'd come back, but it's really weird that I can't remember.
It is weird, because I can't remember what happened to those 3 cats.
You must have given them to someone.
I just hope people don't listen to this, because I'm always telling people I like cats as a way to mitigate any horribleness.
Well, you lived with 3 cats.
3 cats.
In a New York City apartment.
Not gay.
That's compared to, well, you said it, not me.
Maybe I am gay. Maybe I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, I didn't know that about you. It's funny, I've known you all these years, and I would have
I used to have cats.
Thought you would have had 1, let alone 3 cats.
I wouldn't. It was a different life.
Yeah.
I couldn't have cats now. I couldn't have dogs now. There's a lot of responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility.
You can't just leave them and go do something.
No, you got to make plans.
Right.
I mean, it works to me because I've got the kids to help out, but.
Well, it works with Laura. Laura likes them. She likes the dogs.
Yeah.
And there are 2 of them, so maybe they can be left alone or something.
Well, they can only be left alone so long. But yeah, you need good dog buddies. You can do swapsies. A bit like when the kids were young. You used to swap off.
So it's like having more children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today this is Nunhead American Radio with me, Lewis Schaffer, and beautiful Lisa Moyle. Thank you, Lisa. Mm-hmm. And this is the only radio show for Americans living in Nunhead, Southeast London. And we're on the radio, and we're on YouTube afterwards, and who knows where this is going to go. And want to apologize for last week's show, which was very good. Very good.
The radio show.
But the sound, it uploaded badly. I don't think it's been ruined.
Was that for the radio show?
That's for the radio show.
Who told you
no,
the
not
sound
for the
was,
radio show, for the YouTube.
So when it went out on Resonance FM, it sounded, okay.
I think it did. We haven't heard anything. We just put it out and nobody hears anything. But I've spoken to somebody about it, and maybe possibly he has great big plans. I said, all I want to do is to start off small, is to have someone make it so it...
He has plans for what?
Well, he suggested, cutting it up into little bits and pieces, reels, and going it on all the different platforms, Spotify, Apple, which is fine. And Laura Synthesis has suggested this, and I'm with you.
But you're not going to do the work. We know that.
Well, we might not do the work, so let's just do the simplest possible thing, which is make it so it's not blurry, make it so the lighting is okay, make it so the sound is okay.
I love the way that you're still learning. That's so good.
Is that good?
Yeah. I'm not good with that stuff.
No, neither am I. And so would it kill somebody if you're listening to this, to just
you just said you had someone.
I've asked him, but I think he's higher quality than the kind of person that I need. And he might be a bit more
expensive.
Yes. And a bit more, he's got big dreams.
Oh,
and which
that's
is
nice.
exhausting
That's
to
nice.
me.
Oh,
I want someone to say, we're going to just do this. All you need to do
You
is
want small dreams.
small dreams.
Incremental dreams.
Then the next step is if you spend £100, you get a better microphone.
So this is about spend.
No, not initially.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, it's like we've got the Logitech camera.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the computer. Maybe we got the wires. Maybe just another. No wires. How can I make this the best that it can be?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say.
Okay. You want to maximize what you have.
Because I think we're going old school again. Because I'm watching a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I've noticed the quality has been like so good for most of these programs. Most of the shows. They
lost that homemade vibe.
They've lost the homemade vibe completely. It's no longer this. And that's why I think maybe we should continue to do it this way.
Yeah.
Because it's just like us in our kitchen.
It's sweeter.
Is it?
What will happen when we go back to the studio, when the studio's done? By the way, the Resonance FM fundraiser is coming up in February.
Thank you, Lisa Moyle. What day? February 23rd?
Well, that's our fundraiser, but fundraising week for Resonance FM, I think, starts around the week of the 12th or something. I don't have our calendar. Well, you have your calendar in front of you.
Right, so what they should do? They should go to Resonance FM, RESONANC FM,
FM.com. Give money, but also we'll be putting up additional information when fundraising week actually kicks off.
Right.
We'll be talking about it a lot because it's important. They have to kit out the new studio.
Yeah, they've got to do it, and I think that something happened. I should have been paying attention to it. Didn't we find out that something happened and they had to move? This is
yeah. So give money.
Give money. Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic
London
place.
Arts radio station,
and it's the only radio station that's totally based on people not being appreciated by an audience. I don't know if I mean that in a lovely way. It's like you're different, you're weird.
It's not commercial.
It's commercial. It's not audience driven. You got these shows where they ask the audience what they want.
Yeah.
That's not
going to happen.
This is Ed and Peter and
just
Chris.
Creativity. People from anyone with an idea really can go to Resonance.
Don't tell them that, then we'll be replaced.
Well, no, it doesn't mean it's going to be accepted, but
No, I'm saying we're going to kick us off the air with something better than maybe.
Yeah, just tell them how much you love that American.
That American radio. Yeah.
One of the longest running shows on Resonance FM.
Is it not the longest?
Is the bicycle show still going?
I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to anything.
I don't listen to things about bicycles, so I don't know. Anyway, I thought maybe that was, or Calling All Well, sadly, the guy from Calling All Pensioners passed away, but I think that may have been one of the longest running as well.
In a way, this could be that, Calling All Pensioners.
Yeah.
Maybe we could take the name.
We're rapidly approaching pension.
Well, I am. I'm in pension age. You're not rapidly. You're young. You're young and beautiful, Lisa Moyle. And this is Monday, the 28th of January, 2023. And it's repeated Saturday, the 4th of February, which is at 9:30 in the morning. So we're on twice. Plus, this is going to be on YouTube. And so we're on half an hour here, and then there'll be a break. And then you can go find us on YouTube like a day later or something. Okay? At Nunhead American. Okay? And this is week 12 of Lewis Schaffer's calendar of death, or Lewis Schaffer's march towards death. I don't know. It's maybe the 6th recorded program or something. Yeah. And I'm Lewis Schaffer. I'm an American. This is for the people not listening. And maybe you need your own intro. And I'm Lisa Moyle.
Tagline?
Yeah, why don't you start off? Before I do, I'll do mine, and then you come up with yours.
I need time to think of one.
No, you're coming off the top of the head just for now. I'm Lewis Schaffer. I'm an American, a New Yorker, a Nunheader. And I may have eye damage from not taking my high blood pressure medication.
Ooh.
And that's the news.
Is that the bad news? Is that why you were in a bad mood?
Yes, very much so. So, ladies, any takers? A guy with bad eyes?
I mean, to be fair, Lewis, all men, by this stage of your life, are not going to have perfect vision, right? Either they're going to be wearing reading glasses or distance glasses. So, what's a little bit more damage?
This is the blood.
Are you going to be blind? Are you going to be blind?
It could be an indicator of a stroke. It could be an indicator of kidney damage.
Why don't you start taking your blood pressure medication?
Well, I'm going to tell you why I haven't, and why I just started today.
Oh, you started today?
I just thought I would take it today.
Good. Someone was telling me at the comedy show the other night, earlier this week, that who was it that they were trying to convince you to take your blood pressure medication?
Ben Henley.
Just
The guy's got a beard or something.
Yes, that guy. Yes.
He is trying to.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen. We'll talk about this in a second. First, let's hear Lisa Moyle's introduction. So I say my tagline is "Ladies, any takers." Even though I'm unavailable emotionally and physically. If
something better comes along, is that what you're saying?
I will. If I could get away with it, I would do it. If I could get away with it,
you would.
If you told me I could get away with it,
I'll do it if I can get away with it. Like, what about once you're married? You'll do it if you can get away with it.
Well, get away with it, yeah. Whatever.
Well, like if some woman comes sauntering up to you at one of your shows and says, "Oh, I hear you have eye damage. I really like that." Boom.
And could get away with it, meaning the girl wouldn't know.
The wife wouldn't find out.
Right. Probably the answer is no, because women. I like women. You know me. I love.
I know you like women now.
But they're a bit trouble. They're a bit of a trouble.
So you want a quiet life.
I want a quiet life.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's going to stop you.
Yeah. Is that wrong?
Oh, I guess there's all kind of reasons why we moderate our behavior.
And some of the reasons why we do horrible things is because we don't want a quiet life. A lot of women and men
we want some action. We want some excitement.
They're so bored at home. They think, oh, my God, my husband's not doing it.
So you're like the housewife's choice, you mean? Like a guy like you, Mr. Danger, Mr. Trouble.
Well, in a way, yeah. I am. I mean, I don't know. Well, what do you think?
Are you trouble?
Would you say that I'm trouble? I would say, hold on a second, I've got to turn this thing on here. I would say that I'm a bit of trouble, yeah. I'm emotionally distant.
Oh, so women find you a challenge.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just seeing if this is recorded. I don't know if this is recorded.
Oh, seriously?
Seriously.
It says recording.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, my God. Dude.
I think I broke the thing. It went off at 15 seconds. 15 minutes.
Are you kidding? All right, stop, pause everything. Stop, pause everything. So we can listen, because we can probably just pick up and do it in two, right?
You want to go back and listen? Okay, big round of applause. Big round of applause. Okay, we're back. I know you're probably wondering what the hell just happened.
Things are a little choppy today.
They're choppy. The whole thing is choppy. We need help. I need help. Lisa
You need a tech.
Lisa doesn't need any help because she's not doing anything. It's just me. So what just happened was we just lost half of the show. The radio show, we lost 10 minutes of the show. We've lost half of this show. So we just wanted to add in a little bit to wrap the whole thing up.
Because you're on closure.
And I don't even know.
And I'm looking at your calendar for February, and there's something missing.
Oh, your birthday.
Oh.
Your birthday.
I remembered.
I do remember that. I didn't remember that, but I just got the thing. The 15th of February is Lisa's birthday.
I'll let you celebrate the following week at the Resident fundraiser.
Right, you can send gifts to Lewis Schaffer at Patreon. Patreon, send gifts. I'm 100% sure she'll get the money. She'll get the money.
I don't want cash, send flowers.
And the 16th, Chinese Elvis is going to be at the IBS.
Oh my gosh, are we going to do that?
Well, we're not doing
it. No, I meant we're not going to do it. Are we going to go?
It is. They've already sold Full House tickets.
Oh, we can't get tickets now.
They haven't. They underpriced it, I think.
Are you going to see if Elvis can get us in the back door?
I think Elvis can get us in the back door. Okay. Backdoor Elvis. I prefer to do Backdoor Elvis with Lisa Marie. Chinese Elvis, and that's at the Ivy House.
Yeah. So he sold out. Is it? So it's Elvis and ABBA, correct?
Elvis and ABBA at the IBS.
Amazing. We need to go. We'll have so much fun.
I know. We should do something as interesting as this, but we don't do it.
We don't do it.
Why?
We have had Chinese Elvis.
We've had Chinese Elvis. Yeah, he's brilliant. But why are we selling Chinese Elvis? And then
we're raising money for Resonance FM on the 26th.
We're raising money for it, but that's not a reason to go. The reason to go is it's a Lewis Schaffer show, and am I funny?
We want to sell tickets.
Am I funny?
You had moments of funniness the other night, but like whenever you don't know what to do, you just revert to your right-wing weirdo-ness, which I feel increasingly is your comfort zone.
Right.
I mean, you need to mix things up and find a new.
I like being
right-wing zone.
But you know what I have found, Lisa Moyle, because I've thought about this a lot. Am I right? Somebody accused me of being right-wing. Mm-hmm. It's the same way.
Was that someone me or was it someone else?
Everyone. Mm-hmm. It's the same way that I feel about me getting married which is I see every side of the story, which is a problem. Like with marriage, I know the woman's going to kill me. I know this is not a safe time for a man to be married. I know it's going to cost me a fortune, whether it costs me money, my house, my love, that we can't have sex together ever. I know it's going to cost, right?
But we're never going to do that anyway.
Well, we might not, but this will totally rule it out.
Okay.
This will rule it out. Anyway, is that so I know it's going to be a problem, but I'm going to do it. I'm thinking this is just the way the world works. You can't sit around.
I thought you were going to say you were taking a leap of faith for love.
It's not a leap of faith. I'm not saying, everything's going to be okay. I know everything is
You're jumping into the abyss knowing exactly that
there's a really good chance it's going to happen. And even if it does happen, it's like, look at me and my kids, or you and your kids. The pain that my marriage caused me was unbelievable, right, when I look back on it. But I've got 2 kids from it.
Yeah. So you're saying
was it worth
misery gives birth to other things, sometimes literally.
Yes. That's another reason. Yeah. That's why I look at my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees, but some good things happen.
Some good things might happen. And in order for good things to happen, you have to pay a price. You got to jump into the abyss. You either jump into the abyss where you won't have to pay the price. It could be dirt cheap and everything's going to be fine. Or it could be absolutely horrible and that woman will destroy my life.
I think it's worth the chance.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying about my political beliefs. Like, I agree with you, and believe it or not, I agree with you in your horrible, horrible political beliefs. You know? Like, but also, I can see the negatives of what you're doing. I can see the negatives of what the other side is saying. What are we going to return to sort of the Taliban-like lifestyle for these people who have grown up being independent, free, flying all over the world, having sex with whoever they want to have sex with, not being married, right? Because supposedly we remember a happy time back in the 1950s, 1850s, 1750s, right?
Pick your happy time.
Yeah, you pick your happy, but you can't do it because we're used to this time right now. Me, my happy time. I'm look back at the 1960s, 70s, right?
That was your happy time?
Well,
because you were young. How old were you? Teenager.
Teenager.
You weren't a teenager in the 60s.
Yes, I was. Well, not young, and then I became a teenager in the 70s, and then in the 80s, I was in my 20s. A man, right? And I thought, I'm one man, one woman.
So you were happy?
I'm not saying I was happy, but it was like what I was used to, and it seems happier.
Who was your serious girlfriend before you met your ex-wife?
I never had a serious girlfriend.
Pre-Viv. You made it all that time.
Without a serious girlfriend. That's why I did it.
Until you were 40, right?
I had a kind of a girlfriend when I was 23 or 4 or something for a short time, but I really didn't have any girlfriends. I had a lot of girls like you, Lisa, girls who I was totally in love with, who followed around, who I friend zoned.
You were friend zoned for 20-odd years?
With different girls.
For all of your 20s and 30s?
With different girls. Maybe I
You must have dated someone.
No, I never dated anybody. From when I was like 23 or something.
You were just a lone soldier.
Till when I was 40.
Did you hang with the girls? Did you hang out with girls?
I hung out with girls, but I didn't have any, like, I don't think for 15 years, I don't think I had sex with a girl.
No. You did just say that on air.
Yeah, I would say there's almost truth to that.
Really?
I hadn't thought about it, but yeah.
You didn't put the time in, huh?
I don't know. I was I lost my mojo. I just became very, in order to have, back in the day, I didn't have the nerve just to go up to a girl and say, hey, you and me, babe, how about it? When I was at uni, I was very relentless. I was very busy.
To women.
Yeah, I would say, come back to my place. Like that.
So you were into casual sex.
Well, never casual me. Yeah, basically. And then when I hit 23, 24, I think what happens is that women are no longer as interested in a kind of a 23-year-old loser.
So they will in college, you mean? But once you finish college, university, they want a man who's going to step up a little.
They want a more successful guy. Girls in their 20s, in their early 20s. They want a bad boy like you, like you're like you're driving around in taxis. You're not going to want some 22-year-old guy right out of college, no money. You know what I mean? Maybe living with his mother. You know what I mean? Not that I was, but you know what I mean? You wouldn't want that. You would want...
Well, I think you would accept it right after university, right? Of course you would.
What?
Someone who's at home getting their stuff started, living it back.
No, women don't want that. You went to the office, and in the office is a guy. He's 30 years old. He's got a job and maybe a car.
I don't know. I think it's fun to go out with someone your own age at that stage because you're on the journey together.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
I think it happens a lot.
No, it doesn't. Women that age, when they're 22 years old, and the university.
A lot of women marry the guy they meet at university or thereafter.
No, they used to do that. They don't do that now.
No, but I'm talking about when we were younger. I'm talking about the young Lewis.
But
set loose on the world. What was your first job?
I was working for the Audit Bureau of Circulations, checking on magazines.
Oh, that was your first job?
Basically,
so you did that for a while?
Yeah, I did it for 4 years. It wasn't too long.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent company. Don't know why I'm saying that.
Did they fire you? I can't remember.
No, I quit, which is, considering I quit, it was like ridiculous. Must have been, they were so easy on me. I was just a horrendous employee. I don't want to talk about it. We're not talking about the Audit Bureau of Circulations. They did not deserve me. Yeah, of course they do. They're in charge of checking on magazine circulations based on advertising rates. So when Microsoft wants to sell, and it put an ad in a newspaper, not Microsoft because they own the newspapers, but let's say you want to put an ad in a newspaper, you have to know how many people are buying that.
So you need to so it's verifying what...
It's verified, paid circulation.
Yeah. But then you kind of hit a stride, so it sounds like you had a dry spell in your mid-20s till 40?
Yeah, basically.
And then, obviously, you got married, you had kids, and then you hit a bit of a, you've been on a bit of a ride since then. I've not known you not to be with a girl for a very long time. A woman.
Yeah, there was her. If we can name a name, I'm not going to name a name. There was her for a few years. But
then there was the other woman.
But that was a secret.
While.
That was a secret one. Nobody knew about that.
Right, but I knew.
Right, but nobody knew. She didn't know about that. The mother of my children.
Oh, right. This was after you broke up, to be clear.
And then
there was another one. And then
they were the same. They were the same.
Yeah,
time.
then you had some crossovers. So you've been on a little bit of a fiery streak.
I would say being with one person for 10 years is not a fast streak. It's almost like being married. That's 10 years.
No way.
Yeah.
Way.
That's how long it's been. 10 years. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, just get married. Get it over with.
But the point is, wait, let's get back on the point. The point is that women generally...
Oh yeah, we were talking about their list.
Did you like that? I should ask you a question and seem like I'm interested in you and your life.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, no, you're not.
But isn't it true... If you're a girl, you're a woman, you're 22 years old, right? You're just out of college. You get a job at college, after college. And that is the best time of a woman's life.
Oh, my God, so much fun. Yeah,
right.
You're working, the money.
You're working,
you got your own apartment. Although I have my own apartment.
All the men who are there, there's no losers who are there. They all have more money.
No, there's plenty of losers hanging around. You know nothing about women. You know nothing about how many times we say to our friend, or a woman will say to her friend, "Oh my God, why are you going out with him? He's not."
I'm not saying they're not because they're bad boys. You can go out with bad boys, but you could. But there was a wide choice of men. The future was wide.
Yeah, same for them because we were all young and figuring out what we want to.
No, but at 22, when you're a man and you're working in the office and you're 30 years old, and there's a woman comes in, she's 22, and you're at the peak of your game, right? She's at the peak of her game. She's making.
But often those guys are already getting married by that age. At least then, I'm not saying that happens now, but then they were.
But there's still a lot of choice out there in the office. Whereas if a man who's 22 goes in, is another woman who's 22 interested in you when you're the lowest end of the totem pole?
Yeah.
No, the answer is no.
I disagree.
The answer is no.
Anyway, we better wrap up in a sec.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up. Oh my God, this show, I want to apologize. Last week was a nightmare too.
You got to fix the tech, dude.
Yeah.
That's not going to be.
Maybe we shouldn't fix it and just call it something else.
Yeah.
something's gonna blow.
Something's gonna blow.
Something like we mess up. We mess up. Lewis Schaffer,
We mess up is nice.
Lisa and Lewis's mess up show.
No, that sounds silly. It sounds like we're gonna get like our finger paints out, doesn't it?
Yeah, but something like that where people know.
Yeah.
Like if you've watched this show,
don't have high expectations.
Lower your expectations.
Lower your expectations.
It's lower your expectations show. Okay, so we've done that. What do we have to say? We have to say you could donate money on Patreon. Give it. Remember, these are things you have to say. You got to say subscribe, click the bell.
This is more like
ding,
your domain. I feel.
Ding.
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 Which bell?
Make sure you look for ours. We're going to have the tickets up for
the Resonance FM fundraiser.
And that's is that what you say? Their fundraiser, and then the fundraising week. So do both of those things.
Yeah. There's two important things coming up. Resonance FM needs to fundraise. So.
What else? Make a comment on this thing.
Are you doing something comedic?
Yes, I am. Next Saturday, Sunday. I'm doing.
I know, like real comedy.
Yeah, I'm doing Speakeasy at Alexander Palace.
Oh, funsies.
Funzy, yeah. It's really.
Are you going to prepare some material?
I should. I got to get back into doing it. I apologize to everybody.
Yeah, you should. Okay, cool.
Don't get up yet. Don't get up yet. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.